Hi there, this is Stacy, and welcome to another week of setting an epic intention. How's it been going for you guys? I really hope that you have been able to access living from a more intentional space now that you actually have some support around the thoughts that you can help to foster that are more positive and add more meaning to your days. This week's intention is kind of interesting and one that I'm looking to deep dive into. It is, I am responsible for every aspect of my being. And the affirmation says, I hold the keys to how I show up in my life and take responsibility for my actions, whether positive or negative in their impact. So you'll see there that in the image, there's the dual personalities where it is showing you that whether it is that you are doing things that are serving your highest self or things that are really below the line and not necessarily more positive in the way that they come across in your life and in the lives of others, that you are responsible. You are responsible for every aspect of your being. For many of us, it's a hard one to take in. I know for me, I was very challenged by being able to take 100% responsibility in situations where I felt I had been wronged by somebody else. This was particularly difficult in the space of intimate romantic relationships. And even sometimes in dealing with my children, where I was like, well, they're throwing a tantrum, how is it that I'm the one that has to take responsibility? But in every single relationship that you have, and in every aspect of your life, there is a certain level of responsibility that you have for all the things that happen. And this can sometimes be as simple a responsibility as looking within, taking time to look within and see what lessons you may be able to learn from something that you experienced, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that you are responsible for a bad thing happening to you. It just means that you are responsible for how you respond when things happen in your life, right? And so you are the person that holds the keys to how you show up. And it's sometimes a little challenging to get because we get triggered and have reactions to external circumstances. And it's in particular when those external circumstances seem as though they are meant to hurt or harm you. But one thing that I've learned through all of my very challenging life experiences, and I guess that's one of the reasons why I feel that I can share from this place, from this heart place. It's because I've experienced quite a number of challenges in my life, right? And some of those things I feel I brought on myself, and other things I feel that were at the hand of other people. And so I had to work on seeing how I needed to show up despite how everybody else was showing up in my life. And that's what is meant by taking responsibility for every aspect of your being, right? It's something that requires practice and something that I can guarantee you that once you think you've mastered it, you'll have another encounter that will show you another way you can take more responsibility for your life. And the truth is, there are many instances where things happen in our lives that may be negative, and it's because of how we decided to handle a situation. And we don't take responsibility for it. We make up all these excuses. We blame ourselves rarely. We typically want to blame others, people, things, the weather, the pandemic, whatever is in your space. And what this intention is encouraging you to do today and for this week is whenever you are encountering situations where you feel like you want to take a victim stance, you feel like life is always happening to you, and you feel like you don't want to take your 100% responsibility, is it just reminds you that everything you experience in life is a lesson. It's there to help you as you progress through your everyday. It's there to help you to access another level of your highest self, another level of your true beingness. And so I encourage you all to think about how you can take on more responsibility for your ways of being and not get stuck in the blame and complain game. All right. So Let's take a little bit more responsibility for ourselves and our actions this week. And I wish you well until next week's intention setting. Take care.